Hi everyone. Before I go to work, uh, you know, for me it's a new working week. I just had 2 days off, so next 5 days I'm gonna do afternoon shift at my job, at my working place. So before I go to work, let me give you some quick summary of the news that make headlines in Russian media outlets for this moment. Now we have 10:30 of the morning. It's 29th of June. So what I'm gonna do is I did not check any outlets. So let's do it together, man. I will open. As always, three sites, and then we will go through some news. Let's do Commerçant and then Alentero. So here we have a TASS news agency. This is government's news agency, and top headlines here are that in Kherson Oblast, in Kherson region of the Ukraine, that are for now controlled by Russian forces, beginning to prepare referendum about joining Russia. So that's Kherson Oblast on Black Sea coast. So if referendum will, if they will do this referendum, I'm quite sure that most of the people will vote for joining Russia, and I have no doubt about that. But let's see, that's not necessarily means that Russia will accept this. But anyway, here we have news that Russian ambassador in USA is commenting on US sanctions and saying that US is struggling before of these sanctions, and this is true. I mean, US population do have some difficulties, not just because of sanctions, because inflation was quite high in US even before start of the Russian military operation in Ukraine, and everyone should know that. But sanctions, US and Western sanctions, of course, did not make things better. I mean, it got worse. Even more high inflation numbers, even more problems for ordinary citizens of Western world, including USA. So of course sanctions are hitting back, and let me say one thing. I don't know who says that first, but people say hard times make strong people. Strong people make easy times. Easy times make weak people. Weak people make hard times. And this is kind of some, circle that goes around. So what I want to say by this is that In former Soviet Union or now in Russia, most of us, I mean, most of ordinary citizens, never really had a easy time, man. Never. So because there were some difficulties that we had to overcome year after year, decade after decade. We are not that soft as a Western population are, man. Because in Western world, people really do have some easy time, man, for last, let's say, 50 years, maybe more. And if you see what's going on in the West, I mean, you probably can say that people, they are become too soft, man, too, you know, they, I'm not saying that it's good or bad. I'm just saying that it looks like they become too soft, and because of that, they are making their life or time harder, and eventually this hard time makes their life more difficult. I hope I did give my thoughts in understandable English, So, I mean, of course, sanctions hit Russia too, but because we are more prepared for this, man. We are more prepared for this, and I cannot say that about citizens of Western world, man. They had a good life for a couple of decades more, and they become too soft, and it's hard for them to face some difficulties, you know, and that's how I see that. Anyhow, let's go to this news here. In this news, I mean, Jens Stoltenberg, head of the NATO, saying that NATO will increase 7.5 times their forces of their special forces. Let's say that way. And of course, this unit's gonna end up next to Russian border. And these motherfuckers gonna say, I mean, we are not threat to Russia, and we have to believe this, man. I mean, come on, though. But again, if they want to bring it, man, and then let's see what's gonna happen, man, because me personally, I don't afraid war with NATO, man. We will win that war, or everyone will lose. But West will definitely not gonna end up being winner. So fuck him all, man. If you wanna fight, bring it on, man. And we will see. That's why entire world hates, man, West. Just the entire fucking world, man, hates these animals that are leading Western world, because they think the world is spinning around them and they are some kind of world elite, but they are not. They are West representatives of humankind, man. Absolutely West. I'm talking about elites, man, Western elites. And honestly, I do believe that Putin is too soft, man, on these bitches, man. If I was president, I will nuke. I will fucking nuke them, man. I will finish this fucking movie, man. Horrible movie that entire world is watching, man. So anyhow, I'm not for nuclear war, man, but I'm just saying that Putin is too soft, man. If I was president, I will do. They will never even try to threaten Russia, man, because they will die for it. That's it. Let's see. Let's go to Commerçant. And I'm saying that I do understand that it may sound kind of like I'm some kind of war hawk, but no, man, I'm just too tired that almost entire my life, Western world, Western elites are saying to me and to us, people that were born in Soviet Union or after Soviet Union collapse, on post-Soviet area, that these motherfuckers are telling us how to live, man, like they have some moral authority, but they don't, man. Who are these bitches, man, really? They destroy tens of countries, man, for the last 20 to 30 years. Just in the last 20 to 30 years, man. They destroy tens of countries in Middle East, in Africa, in Latin America. They threatening even more countries. And because of them, millions of people are dead. Millions of people are dead, man. And these animals talking about some morality, man. This is crazy, man. It does, makes me angry because they are nobody, man. They don't have moral authority to talk to another world like they are some good human beings, man. They are not, and someone should teach these bastards a lesson, man. And if Russia gonna do it, then okay, I don't have a problem with it, man. Anyhow, let's see what makes headlines on Commerçant site. Look at this, man. This is unbelievable, though. Russian ruble, first time since 2015, is 51 to $1, man. Russian ruble is making some decent gains, man, against US dollar. Now it's 51 ruble for $1. Before war it was 60 or 65. Incredible, man. Incredible. If this trend continues, I'm not gonna be surprised if in 3 to 5 months time $1 will be 30 to 35 rubles. And honestly, this is not. I'm not gonna say that this is too good for Russian economy, because Russia is exporting goods, and if Russian currency is too strong, Russian goods becoming more expensive. So for companies that are mainly exporting goods, they are not happy about ruble becoming too strong currency. Same time, because Russia is exporting goods for tens and hundreds of billions of US dollars every year, and that money makes that money are converted then in rubles, and that's how like the Russian budget is filled up, not just by this money, of course. Russian budget don't depends only on exports, but export does makes some decent percentage in formation of Russian budget, federal budget. So if you can see a difference, man. If $1, if Russia, for example, converts $10 billion, when $1 is 65 rubles, let's say, Russian budget gonna receive certain amount of money. But if $1 is 35 or 40 rubles, budget gonna receive much more rubles. So in that sense, too strong ruble is not good even for budget, man. But to be honest, I prefer ruble to be stronger, because that way our wages will rise dramatically in sense of, if you convert it in US dollars, and if ruble continues to gain position against dollar, then one day we're gonna see in Russia deflation, when prices are coming down quite strongly. So in my understanding, it's better to go this way, man, because you will have a middle class of Russian will rise in numbers very quickly. Because, for example, if my wage like 3 months ago was let's say if I had a few months ago like wage, for example, 50,000 rubles, and it was not even $1,000, then if ruble becomes let's say if dollar becomes 35 rubles, my wage, same 50,000 rubles, will become like $1,300 or 1.5. So you can see this rise, man. And when deflation process will activate and prices will come down, ultimately life how you say, man, life standards will gonna increase probably. I'm not expert in finances and not expert in economics, but in my logic, that's how it seems, man. Anyhow, this news is, this is breaking news, man. Like, ruble is like in few days or few weeks time, ruble will probably go even more stronger. Like it's gonna be 45, 48 rubles for dollar, or anyhow, this is an interesting development. So let's see how it gonna goes, and then let's see what Lentaru is. What makes headlines in Lentaru? Yeah. Yeah, not much is making headlines, man. This news is kind of interesting, but this is not official position of Israel. So one of Israeli experts did make prognose that Belarus may get involved in a Russian military operation in Ukraine. But I don't really see this. I don't really see. For now, I don't think that Belarus gonna be involved. But if Poland or Baltic states or any other country of NATO gonna send some troops in Ukraine, then Belarus will definitely become more active. That's how I see this picture. Anyhow, for this moment, I did give you headlines of the news that are in the front pages of Russian media outlets. I hope this video was interesting for you, and if so, please consider to subscribe and share this video so I can find audience that are truly interesting in truly want to know how we in Russia see world, how we see what's going on in the world, man. So this is it for now. Thank you for your time. Have a good day and take care. Bye bye.